Okay, this is what we were up to on this Wednesday morning. The 72 Blazer. I'm cutting out rockers. Look at, remember them you saw a long time ago, this goop they sprayed in here? Look at it just into the rocker hanging here. It is crazy. Anyway, I'm going to continue. Get all this rust cut out of here. Take care of that, then we'll check out this inner back wall, see how that is. On the other side we had to replace it. I'm not sure, this is looking pretty rusty to me though. But we'll get this all cut out, cleaned up there, and go from there. Okay, well I got the rocker kind of laying here in bits and pieces. As you can see, as I suspected, it's rotten in behind. So we're just going to redo this whole piece. Just got to get this piece of the rocker still off. Then you remember I got all that thick rubber foam, or what, not rubber, but whatever it is they sprayed up there to deal with. So I'll get it all cleaned up in here anyway. And then we'll start doing the repairs there in behind that nobody ever sees. But yet they pay for. So let's go from there, I guess, right? Okay, so we got the rocker off, and we got all this rubber shit cut out of here. They had filled this gap up with this rubber stuff. Look how thick it is. It's like a bed liner or something. That is solid. And seriously, it was an hour time just to try and get that shit out of there. Because there should be a gap between here. Your rocker comes up on here, then there's a gap in your sill plate, and your rubber goes on there. So anyway, we're cutting the back of the piece up now. Still got to finish all this up, clean it all up in here. Then we get in here and we give it a light little blast and wire wheel whatever we can, and then we'll put some epoxy primer in there, and then we'll texture spray it, and then we'll start putting our new piece on there. And hopefully that takes care of that. So we are plugging away slowly here. Slowly. But look at, you can see how thick this shit is. Look at, it's on the floor. Holy God. Man. Just is incredible, whatever that is. But, hey, it all takes time. Okay, so we got, here we go, so we got all that cut out. And of course we got in there and shot our nice rust inhibitor inside there to stop that. Looks pretty solid in there, cleaned out most of the junk. You can see there's a bunch on the ground, there's a bunch more I've already swept up. Now we're going to grind this down a bit more, then put our weld-through primer on there, then we're going to make a panel for there out of our sheet metal laying here. So that's what we're going to do next. Then we'll show you some other stuff going on in the shop today too. We're not going to keep you focused on the Blazer all day. We couldn't do that now, could we? Okay, so you can see I've got the inner rocker panel piece all welded in now. That's my weld through copper primer, whatever they call it now. Let me see if I can find it for you. It's right here. Copper weld through primer. Seems to work good. I've got no complaints. Another pile of dirt and shit, except for the Mars bar wrapper. That was my energy to keep me going. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spray my texture spray on there. I'm going to let it set up overnight, and then we're going to attempt to put the rocker on it tomorrow, which is laying right here. But in the meanwhile, let's take a look at what Sean's got going on here. Sean's working away on the hood for the Scout. He's getting her all ready. There we go. All nice. Oh, so he's getting that ready, and then in behind, that's the hood for the 72 GMC. And then he's starting to mask off my car, my Model A, because I'm going to be spraying the floors tonight and a sealer primer, and then Raptor. Going to give it one coat of epoxy primer, then we're going to Raptor right over it, wet on wet, all inside there. That's what's happening there. And then show you what's going on in the shop. It's a shitty day. The weather held out forever, and now the rain's coming down. Now the rain is here. It's supposed to be here, I don't know for how long. So Mike's working on the Buick. Remember I told you he had to weld them gas tank braces in. There they are right there. You can see them, he's got them all in there. And then the customer wanted them on these Buicks. I don't know what he's done with the other door. Somewhere. I don't know what oh, right here. Anyway, inside these doors, I can't really show you, but on the inside of these doors, anyone familiar with these Buicks, they've got a great big long, inside the door, they got a crash bar that butts up against the outer skin. the thing, obviously, we took it out, it weighs around 10 pounds. Each crash bar weighs 10 pounds. So the owner got us to take the crash bar out of there. What it does is if you get nailed in the side, it's a huge channel that protects you. So he wanted that out, and then we're going to drill some holes in here to lighten it up a bit. But the owner still wants to run wind-up windows on it. Even though normally a drag car you'd have plexiglass, he wants to wind up windows because it's going to be a street car too. So that's all fine. So Mike got those out of there today and finished up a few things. And then I brought this car in. You're probably wondering what this is. I can't remember. It's a 69 Camaro. I know that much. Unfortunately, back in the day, somebody cut it up, you can see, to make it a race car. And, you know, it's a Z28 Rally Sport. I don't know everything about it. I'm not a muscle car guy. I'm sure some of you guys can school me in it, but apparently this is a super rare one. It's got a, what is it, the 301 or the 302. He's got the numbers matching engine, 4-speed, posi track car. It's supposed to be really, really rare. I don't know. I'm not a numbers matching guy, so I don't care. You know, I don't mean it in that way. I love the car, I love the build, it's cool. I'm not a muscle car guy, but I'm just not a numbers matching guy. Some people are. It's cool to say you got a numbers matching car. Like my 55 Chevy is numbers my 55 Chevy is so fucking numbers matching, it's still got the original master cylinder on it from 1955. I still got the headlights from that car, dated on the back. November 24th, 1954. And they got a tin back, the headlights back then. Still got those and they work. I took them out, of course. But, and it's cool to say I've got all that, and it's cool to say that car's got everything in it like that, but it had a 265 V8 in. I pulled it out, the block's laying out in the lean-to here. I did hang on to it, but I put a 283 in there. Had a big cast iron power glide in it. I took it out and put an aluminum power glide in it. I don't care to keep it numbers matching. You know, what the fuck are you doing looking at the back of my block at my numbers? You don't need to be. It's my car. I'll do what I want with it. But some people like that. I appreciate it 100%. It is so cool to find something that's numbers matching. But in the end of the day, like I say, I'm a hot rod guy. I'm a custom guy. So you bring me a car numbers matching, things are going to change. But I'll keep the parts I take off. So anyway, I don't know. Some of you Camaro guys might be out there. This is a really solid car. So you're all wondering what that great big, huge floor pan was for. Laying out here. That's what it's for. It's for that car right there. Let me show you the pan. It's been a long day today. Let me show you the pan. There it is. That's the, like, it's right down to the chunk, the whole, like everything. It's all there. It's all there. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount the diff in it, put the leaf springs in it, mount the diff in it, make some sort of cartwheeler thing on the front. So when we take this body off, we can set the body on, the body will be on the hoist, we can try and slip it down onto that like it's a rolling frame with the floor, right? The owner wants us, because it's got, you know, it's got all the subframe connectors, it's got everything. So it's going to take a lot of time, this car, but the guy wants us to drill out every spot weld and take this out complete so we can roll it out. Roll it out, and he's going to sell it or do whatever he wants with it. So we're going to have to do some bracing in here, but you can only do so much bracing because you got a roll cage in the way. So you can see the tubs they did. You know, I don't know how oh yeah, they've cut the dash all out under it. Oh, anyway. So we're taking all the dash out of it tomorrow. Columns, seats, all the shit. The engine's in there. We're taking it all out, and we're giving it back to the owner. Because I don't have room to store this shit. That's the one thing. When you bring me a car, all I want here is the sheet metal parts. Once I take the interior and all that out, I don't want it here. So anyone that is watching and going to bring me a car, gut it as much as you can, except leave the body alone, because I like to do that myself, so I see. But take the rest of it out, because even if you pay me to take it out, you're taking it home. It ain't staying here. And that's the bottom line. Anyway, with that being said, hey, it's always a good time and old time, and I'll see you later, because I'm going to go work on my Model A. See ya.